And today I'm doing this Facebook Live with a very interesting topic. In fact, this topic was requested to me by a lot of clients for last few days. This is a little bit of, you can say, not if not controversial, but a little bit of less talked about topic. On this topic, people generally do not talk much. However, this topic is very important, very relative, and very relevant at this point of time. In fact, this is a topic which although people do not talk, but this is happening, and it's a very common thing. And what is this? This is about extramarital affair. Okay, you all know what is extramarital affair. I need not explain to you. It is a relationship where one of the partner is involved with a different person. It may be a husband with another woman, or it may be a wife with another person. So this is something very common, and it is in today's world. It is one of the things that we frequently see. Now, see, there is a saying that there is no line with three persons. One is doctor, one is lawyers, and the third one is astrologers. These are the three type or three categories of people who with whom the truth comes out, or the people tell the truth. And if the people do not tell the truth, but then at least I'm not talking about the other two, but with astrologer, if we see a kundli, then a good astrologer can find out that if there is a chance of extramarital affair for that particular person or not. Now, this video is not about any judgment that the extramarital affair is good or bad. This is not the subject matter of today's topic. Today's topic is a very theoretical topic. It is a topic in which I'll try to explain that, without seeing a person, even without talking to a person, or without a person speaking about it, how a astrologer, I mean, astrologer means I'm talking about the good astrologers, how they can find out, seeing a kundli, that if there is a chance of extramarital affair happening with that particular person. Now, see, extramarital affair is a phenomena which is, I'll say, it's a biological phenomena, it's a social phenomena, and in today's world, where the social media is so it's so common that every person is having his or her own world. Gone are those days where it was a single family, a joint family. There was no social media, and everyone was busy with each other. But today's world is becoming like that. That if there is a four-person in a family, then the four-person will have their own mobiles, and when they have their own mobiles, and maybe the four-person will be having their own workplaces where they will meet different type of person. So the whole thing is that everyone has his or her own world. They will have big exposure. With a mobile in the hand, a person has got the exposure of the whole world. And when the exposure is there, then a common thing is that the expectations increases. And when the expectations increases, it may increase in different areas. People try to slowly realize that there are things which they are not enjoying, or which they are not experiencing. It may be anything, and one of those things are a companionship of somebody else, other than the person with whom they are staying, for any reason. It may be wealth, it may be physical attraction, it may be like the the heart may be good, or Anything may be the reason, but I'm not going to that detail. Now, what I'm trying to tell you that how we, the astrologers, how we can find out that whether there is a possibility of extramarital affair happening in that person's life or not. Now, the whole thing is that like any other thing, if we see a kundli, we can tell that whether that person will get married or not, how will be his or her marriage life, how will be their professional life, how will be their, if he is a student, how will be his studies, if they are a couple, how will be their children. So, like that, this is also one of the aspect that we can find out that is there a possibility in that kundli to have a extramarital affair or not. Now, see, there is a disclaimer that having a joke or a combination that is required for an extramarital affair never means that that person will go for an extramarital affair. you know there may be just for example, in a kundli there may be a yoga that person will die on a certain time, or say that person will get a good job on a particular age, or that person will get married on a particular age or year. Now, those yogas are created. Take, for example, that there is a yoga of a person to get married on a particular year. Now, that yoga, that marriage yoga, is created in that particular year. But then it doesn't mean that on that particular year, that person will definitely get married, because marriage yoga is something that it is not a 1 year phenomena. After few years, again that person will have a marriage yoga. So generally, if say if in a particular year his or her marriage yoga, say a person is 16 years old, and at that time planetary combination shows that his marriage yoga is created, but practically that is not possible. So we'll wait for his second marriage yoga. So say the second marriage yoga is created at the age of 24. So there is a greater possibility that at the second marriage yoga time, he or she will get married. Similarly, in case of extramarital affair, the planetary combinations may be there, but it doesn't mean that planetary combination, having that planetary combination will ensure that that person, be a male or that female, will definitely have a extramarital affair, because there are a lot of other things. Okay, so however, the whole thing is that in a kundli, when a person shows his kundli, we can find out that if there is a possibility of that person, be it a lady or a husband, may go for a extramarital affair if they get that type of a scope, chance, or their will. Now, a person's kundali may have a extramarital affair yoga, but if that person does not want to get involved, then that you know, e- even if that yoga is there, but if the person doesn't want, or if he does not get that chance, suppose the yoga is created, but the situation is like that the family or society or something else, that it is not possible for him or her, even if they have got their yoga or the desire, but they are not able to do it. So that is one thing, that is a disclaimer, that the bottom line is that in many cases in my astrological career of a last few a decade, I have found out that many of my clients have that particular yoga. However, I'll say that the 75% cases They have confessed that they have gone for extramarital affair. However, the rest 25% people, they said that yeah, they had that desire in certain point of time, but then due to different aspect, they did not go or they could not do the extramarital affair. So that is one thing. Now let us understand that how we can find out in a kundli that will that person will have a extramarital affair or not. Now, see, we have to understand that why the extramarital affair yoga is created. Now, like any other thing, like said as I have said that the marriage yoga is created at certain point of time. You know, in similar way, due to some specific planetary combination in the astrological horoscope, uh, the the planetary combinations, they signify the possibility of extramarital affair. Now we'll have to understand which are the planet that push a person towards having extramarital affair. The first uh, and the most common planet which forces a person or who who change the mind or divert the mind to go for an extramarital affair, an affair which is out of his or her marriage, is मून और चंद्रमा. चंद्रमा ऐसा एक प्लेनेट है, ये हम लोग का जो माइंड है, ये माइंड को कंट्रोल करते हैं. एंड जब माइंड डाइवर्ट हो जाते हैं, then only the extramarital affair happens. When you will like a person outside your marriage, if you are a male, you will have means if you are a husband, you will have a wife. If you are a wife, you will have a husband. Now, unless and until आपका जो माइंड है, ये माइंड अगर डाइवर्ट नहीं होते हैं, तब तक आप तो एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर के बारे में आप सोचेंगे भी नहीं. अभी बात है कि माइंड को कौन कंट्रोल करते हैं. नाउ द प्लेनेट जो माइंड को कंट्रोल करते हैं वो है चंद्रमा. द मून कंट्रोल्स आवर माइंड. सो the first thing is that if we see that in a person's kundali, the moon is weak, moon नीच है, मून कम्बस मतलब मून वीक है, और मून का जो स्थिति है वो स्थिति, द मून इज वेरी वेरी वीक इन द कुंडली. एंड शनि, राहु एंड केतु, दे आर आइदर मून के ऊपर दृष्टि दे रहा है या मून के साथ बैठा हुआ है, या मून को बाय position of the moon and Rahu, Ketu and Shani, they are making the moon weak. So when moon becomes weak, it means that the mind becomes weak. And a weak mind, देयर इज ए चांस ऑफ गेटिंग डाइवर्टेड. जब मन दुर्बल हो जाता है तो लोग इधर उधर देखना शुरू कर देते हैं. तो द फर्स्ट प्लेनेट जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल है एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर के लिए, दैट इज ए वीक मून. दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग. The second planet which is responsible for a person going for extramarital affair is Venus or Shukra. Now we'll have to understand the nature of the planet. To when we analyze a person's, when some client comes to me for any person, the first thing is that an astrologer, he see the planet, and we will have to know the nature of the planet. Now, what is Venus? The Venus is the ruler of our passion, of our desire, of love, lust, सेक्स. ये जो चीज होते हैं, लव, पैशन, सेक्स, these are governed by the planet Venus और शुक्र. सो शुक्र को आप बोल सकते हो कि Venus is the head of the department of these things: love, sex, passion, desire, all these things. And these are very very important, and these are the main reasons for which a person, male or female, they uh, go for extramarital affair to डिज़ायर बढ़ जाता है, पैशन बढ़ जाते हैं, और लोगों को पसंद करते हैं, सेक्सुअल जो टेंडेंसी है वो बढ़ जाता है, और ये कॉमन रीज़न होता है जिसके लिए लोग अ, अपने शादी के बाहर में जाके किसी को ढूँढते हैं। सो वेनस इज़ द सेकंड प्लैनेट व्हिच नाउ इफ नाउ वेनस तो सबका कुंडली में होते हैं, तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वेनस will push everyone to extramarital affair. Now when venus is very very weak in your kundli, and especially if venus is sitting in your kundli in certain houses, हर हाउस में ये खराब नहीं है, लेकिन अगर वेनस आपका कुंडली में राहु के साथ बैठा हुआ है सपोज, नाउ राहु ऐसा एक प्लेनेट है कि राहु इज सच ए प्लेनेट दैट if Rahu sit with some other planet, then Rahu will increase the tendency of that particular planet. Now, as I have said, that the Shukra is the planet of sex, love, desire, etc. Now, if Rahu is also sitting with Shukra or Venus, then what Rahu will do that? Rahu will increase the tendency of Venus to go more for sex, love, desire, passion, and all the immoral things. Now, when we are discussing Rahu, so Rahu is the third planet which, which divert the people's mind towards extramarital affair. Why? Because Rahu is a planet which is called a Papi planet. Papi means it is a shadowy planet. It doesn't have its physical, existence. But this is such a planet which divert the people's mind from, I'll say that the correct word will be that from socially accepted things to antisocial things, the things which are not accepted by the society. So Rahu is a planet which pushes the people to do things which are not generally considered well in the society, or Rahu divert the mind of the people to do some immoral things. So if Rahu is sitting with suppose Venus, then Rahu will increase the tendency of the or the basic nature of the planet Venus, and will push planet Venus to go for extramarital affair, to have physical relationship outside the marriage law, or to have sex with some other person apart from his married partner. Now, again, suppose another thing, how Rahu, because Rahu is one of the most culprit planet, or I'll say one of the most, immediately affected planet, which for which people go for extramarital affair. Now, if Rahu sit with Mangal or Mars, now what is Mars? We'll have to understand the basic nature of Mars. Mars is a planet of passion, means it is a planet of energy. It is called that Mars is considered to be most energetical planet among all the 9 planets. It is considered to be like an army. Okay, so it always want to explore new things, new challenges. It want to break the boundaries. So if Rahu sit with Mangal in suppose house number 12. Now, what is house number 12? House number 12 has got many properties, but one of the property is that house number 12 represent bed pleasure. मतलब जिसको हिंदी में मैं अगर बोलूँगा तो बिस्तर की सुख. So, house number 12 represents bed pleasure, and if Mangal and Rahu sit together in house number 12, then what will happen is that Mangal is energy. Now, just understand it. I'm just trying to explain it to you in a very, very layman's language. What is house number 12? House number 12, among many other things, house number 12 is your bed. Okay? Your bed means if you are a married person's a couple's bed. So that bed and the bed pleasure is house number 12. What is Mangal? Mangal is the passion or the energy that you will show in your bed. And what is Rahu? Rahu is a catalyst. And when Mangal and Rahu is sitting together in house number 12, Rahu will give its extra energy to Mangal, which is itself very, very energetical, to have more bed pleasure. Now, if a person's Kundli has got Mangal and Rahu in house number 12, then that person will be very, very sexually active in bed. Now, suppose he is a male, okay, and he has got this combination, but his wife do not have that combination. She is a normal person. Then what will happen is that that person sexual urge, वो जो बेड में वो जो चाहते हैं वो उसका वाइफ से नहीं होगा, मतलब ही विल वांट समथिंग मोर. तो जब वाइफ से नहीं होगा तो डेफिनेटली राहु विल डाइवर्ट हिज माइंड to seek the pleasure in some other woman. Similarly, if this combination is in, suppose it is in the horoscope or kundli of a wife, now that wife will be very, very sexually active. She will want more. Suppose her husband is a normal. Now, because her sexual urge is more because of house number 12 and Rahu sitting with Mangal. So she will want more sex, more passion, more desire from her husband. And because suppose her husband is a normal person, so she will not get satisfied. So in that case, she may seek sexual or physical pleasure with some other person who has got also the similar type of combination. अगर एक सेकंड पर्सन कोई दूसरा पर्सन का भी ऐसा कॉम्बिनेशन है कि उसका भी मतलब ऐसे ही प्लैनेटरी कॉम्बिनेशन है जिसके लिए उसका भी सेक्सुअल अर्ज ज़्यादा है, तो दोनों का फ्रीक्वेंसी मिल जाएगा और एक एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल सेक्सुअल अफेयर क्रिएट होगा. So this is another very, 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 very common reason, because many people come to me, and because after all मैं एक आपको बोलता हूँ कि these things after some time people start to feel, but after some time na problem creates because you cannot hide all these things throughout your life. That is a reason. Maybe you may cheat your husband or cheat your wife for some time with another person, but it will definitely, after some time, these things will create problems. So, problems जो create होते हैं, then people come to astrologers. और इसीलिए I have got more than till now it will be more than 500 600 people who have come to me with this type of problems, that we had a extramarital affair, however अभी चीजें थोड़ा सा कंट्रोल का बाहर हो गया है, तो उपाय बताइए क्या किया जाए. So this type of things that the people, when they have sexual affairs with other person apart from their married person, so first they enjoy it. After some time, this creates problem, and when this create problem, they come to astrologers. So we give them some pratikars, we give them some remedies, and these remedies are we because we have to see there it is not a paracetamol that it will work for all. It will work from person to person because their planetary combination has to be seen. Ki, what is the reason? Like I have told you, say three planetary combination, which is commonly responsible for people having extramarital affair. However, there are another 20 or 22 more combinations which also extramarital affair. So we will have to see that particular person's kundli to find out what is the reason of their uh, extramarital affair, and after we understand the disease, then only we can give the solution. However, I'll tell you one thing, that if you are a person, you may be a husband or a wife. Suppose you are a wife and you have got a doubt that your husband का कहीं पे कुछ चक्कर चल रहा है, तो in that case I'll suggest that आप wait ना करके you should come to a astrologer with the horoscope of your husband. The astrologer, if he is a good astrologer, पढ़ा लिखा astrologer अगर हो, तो that astrologer will be able to tell you that whether your husband may have a मतलब extramarital affair या no. If you are a husband and if you doubt for any reason that your wife may have an affair somewhere, then what you need to do is that you need to bring the horoscope of your wife, show it to a qualified, educated, experienced astrologer, and he will be able to tell you that whether she has got that particular combinations for an extramarital affair or not. Now, when you become a little bit of sure, then you can find out, and then the astrologer will be able to give you some good pratikar. And I'll tell you that I personally have handled more than 230 cases, more than that, 250 cases where the people did not have proof, but they had doubt, and they came to me, and then I have analyzed, and when I have found that there is a possibility, then I told them certain things to do, and what happened that after it takes 41 days to give result, after 41 days the mind of the partner started to change, and these clients, 90% of client, they have come to me to say that yes, it has worked. Now that problem is no more. Now that whatever the other woman was there, now she is no more. My husband has come back to me. So this is a reality, and this is something which science cannot explain. कोई साइंस का, these are all planetary combinations. Science has come much later than astrology, and astrology is something which can solve your problems far better and far accurately than, इसके लिए साइंस के पास क्या है? कोई गोली है, कोई इंजेक्शन है, कुछ भी नहीं है। हाँ, so it is the only thing is that it is the astrology which can save your life if you are having a doubt of this type of things. So in this video, I'll advise you that if you are having this type of a doubt that your partner is having an affair, then without creating any problem, कोई घर में कोई झगड़ा वगैरह नहीं करके, first thing is that you come with your partner's horoscope to a qualified, educated, experienced astrologer, and be sure that whether उनका planetary combination क्या बोल रहा है, और उसके बाद there are so many of particles based on that particular horoscope जो आप दिखाएंगे आपका पार्टनर का, तो वो देख के ही पता चल जाएगा कि कौन सा प्लेनेट को कंट्रोल करने से ये जो प्रॉब्लम है ये सॉल्व हो जाएगा. So you, if you are having any that type of a problem, then you can consult me. You can consult me over telephone or WhatsApp. I am telling my telephone and WhatsApp number. I stay in New Delhi. However, today's date, there is no need for face-to-face contact. My clients contact me in WhatsApp or telephone, where I, maybe in a phone call or video call or in any other mode in WhatsApp, we discuss, and we we find out the problem and we give the solution. So you can note down my contact number. My contact number is 9717100241. I'm telling again, 9717100241. This is my mobile as well as WhatsApp number. So in this number, you can contact me from Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I'll just request, because throughout the day a lot of people keep calling me. So if you just call me, you may get my phone engaged. So at first you give me a WhatsApp, a hi message. Then I'll give you a time. At that time we can talk peacefully. I can listen to you for half an hour and understand your problem, and then the proper roadmap we can develop what to do. Okay, so I'll be very very happy to, because these are some of the things which are very very important in people's life. So I'll be very happy if I can help you. So I think I have this video is getting longer, so I don't want to make it much longer. I request you that if you have not subscribed my channel, this is my YouTube channel. The name of the channel is Krishna Jyotish Astrology. Krishna Jyotish Astrology. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe the channel, because I keep on uploading 2 to 3 videos every week, and all these videos are on different topic of astrology, marriage, childbirth, education, health, career. So if you see my channel, there are more than 127 videos already uploaded. So I think that many of the videos will be relevant to you, will be useful to you, and you can, get benefited from all these videos. So we'll meet. If you have liked this video, please subscribe. Please, like this video. Please share this video with your friends, groups, and families, so that more and more people can get benefited. And of course, if you have got any questions or queries, you can write in the comment, or if it is a confidential thing, you can SMS me or you can WhatsApp me. We can find out some time to discuss it further. Okay, so I am closing this video here. Stay well, stay happy, and always keep a positive mind. So see you in the next video. Thank you. Take care.